coming live, guys, right here, and I am going to be packaging. Yes.
No, I thought you were
No,
talking
no, no.
to
I'm
me.
not talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be packaging an amp rack, guys. So I'm gonna show you how that thing works, and then we're gonna be going live and taking phone calls and all that good stuff. EastCarAudio, how can I help you? All right, guys. So let's go. All right, so pretty much the phone call we got right now was a telemarketer. So politely told him to F off completely. So how do we package an amp rack? Okay, that's an amp rack right here, which is going to be for 19 to 23 Silverado. First things first, we're gonna get our bubble wrap, which is the huge roll right here. Gonna throw it on the other side. All right, so all these suspected spam people call at the same god. All right, so the item you see pinned at the bottom is the item I'm shipping right now, right here. So let's do this. Wow, three people are. Guys, if you're joining us, I'm packaging an amp rack, which is this thing right here at the bottom that's showing up on your screen. That's what I'm packaging right now. If you guys can see. So let's see what's going on. Oh, all three people left. No problem. All right, guys, if you're watching, this is the amp rack. Uh, pretty much that's right here that I'm packaging for a customer. What is an amp rack, guys? Amp rack is pretty much uh, like a bracket we use these days behind the back seat of a crew cab truck, like Silverado in this case. And then we can put all the amps on it the fancy way. So in the future, if you trade in the truck, you guys can take the whole amp rack out like this and sell this thing, right away. Um, create that thing right away instead of going to a shop and paying the money to deinstall everything. The sound is not gonna work. Um, this thing's sound might still not work. It depends how people take it off, but this thing's easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. And again, EastCarAudio.net is the spot. So if you guys want to purchase anything like this, click the link below or go to EastCarAudio right now, buy something. Pretty much all my orders from yesterday were done. Well, all the stuff I had in stock. Everything I needed to be ordered is going to be already ordered. It's going to be coming soon. And then I'm going to be shipping that stuff as well. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. So now I'm gonna do a patchwork on this right here. So pretty much whenever you guys order something, I bubble wrap everything, then I put it in black shrink wrap. Okay, not shrimp rack. I don't know why am I being dyslexic today. I think probably didn't have a good night's sleep. We're done with this part right now. So, and then we're gonna do the shrink wrap part in a second. Shrink wrap, not shrimp. Shrink wrap, not shrimp wrap, like I said it earlier. So we're gonna put it nice and neatly on this side, and then, guys, if you have any car audio questions, right here, click the link below. Ask me right now. So currently I'm only live on YouTube. I'm not live on TikTok. That's very tricky. My account was my shop account was banned for a while on TikTok because I guess somebody asked me a question about a box and I was like, for box, which I didn't have on the TikTok shop. So I was explaining what it was, blah blah blah, this that whatever, and then the AI bot that rules over TikTok got super offended and I guess banned our account. And that happens from time to time. I actually called TikTok and they were like, yeah, we're gonna do something about it. Didn't do anything. But you know, all of a sudden yesterday that shit popped up open. I had, to be honest, I had given up. I was like, if it doesn't happen, no problem. Business will keep rolling because honest to God, the thing is, we did have a lot of roof rack sales from TikTok shop, and pretty much business did get affected where I was selling a tons and tons of cup holders that I wasn't selling anymore, and not roof rack combos as well. So finally got that stuff going, and I'm gonna have all the different types of roof racks there too, and I can actually make videos, post them on TikTok shop, pretty much that I was doing before, just like YouTube. So pretty much every post is gonna come with a product that actually shows up on TikTok. That's gonna be the new goal. Make more sales. If you guys need help with sales, if you are in the business, you want to open up a Shopify account, let me know. I have a lot of info. Again, like I was saying, black cellophane on top of all the bubble wrap. Why am I doing this? I got an order 8 o'clock in the morning. It's like 10 o'clock right now. Well, 8:45 to be honest, in an hour. Because why not? My order's gonna get picked up anytime soon by UPS. So if they're coming, I'd rather have that stuff ready out of here so I don't have to worry about this thing. Sorry if it's bothering your ears. See? And then selling online is not a big deal. Okay? Resourcing is the biggest deal if you are selling online. You see I have a lot of stuff here. Not everything sells online, meaning if I wanted to, I could. The problem is that with shipping, with all the fees, I'm not actually able to sell anything online on a decent profit margin. And when I say decent profit margin, what I mean is the rate of return on the internet is very high. And profit margin is very, very low. So if you are in this business, it needs to be at a certain point for you to make money. Otherwise, it's not worth it. kind of going independent. That's why as well. I'm off platforms like YouTube, Amazon, and eBay because it's just a freaking hassle. I just don't like doing that shit anymore. Dealing with all the customers, their info. You know how many times I've gotten returned on eBay for an item that the customer couldn't install. They took it to their homeboy who's been doing that shit. Pretty much, my tailgate handle backup cameras. Whenever I used to sell a lot of them on the internet, people would swear that the camera's bad. They tried for 20 hours to make it work, couldn't make it work, this, that, whatever. The camera's bad, this, that, and you'd be like, you just sold them a brand new one. How the hell that happens? Whenever it came back, you tested it and the item was perfectly fine. So what was wrong? The customer didn't know how to install, okay? So now I do sales independently, and I had to refund the entire thing back, even the shipping and the eBay fees, because apparently the customer stated the item's faulty, so the item is faulty. Because God forbid customer lie, because they couldn't install. Because my money, time, and energy is all free. Me taking the crap to UPS, USPS, packaging, all that's free, and the customer is going to send you an item back which is all open, and then you can't sell it to somebody else. But hey, sales are independent. Good thing is phone numbers easily available if somebody orders anything on our website. I am very easy to get to, answer very fast. You know, and get the customers rolling. I finally have like a whole team of people who pick up the phone. We have a few different lines. If I'm not available, I'm off or whatever, then my guys, I have a special phone number that people tell me, my guys give out, so I can get to them right away. Another phone call, let's see who's calling. Biggest part of doing business, taking phone calls. EastCarAudio. 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 Yes. Bro, China, man, please stop messing with us. Stay in China. Sorry, I was being rude right there. Extremely rude, but sometimes you have to be with these people. Okay, I know they're doing a job as well. They're in some call center somewhere. That dude seemed Filipino. He's in some call center somewhere. Poor guy's making a phone call. He's trying to make a living, and I'm over here being a dick about it. I get pissed off because I get these merchant account calls that they call and they force you, oh, give me the guy who handles your merchant account right now. The guy who called earlier, which was a fake phone call, he said his the line is being recorded and he needs to talk to blah 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 blah. Funny thing is, he named one of our employees, and that person hasn't worked here in about 6 years. I know that's a fake phone call, and these people start demanding stuff left and right. I understand you have a job to do, so do I. But please don't waste my time. Don't think I'm an idiot. So, if you do open up a business in the future, especially in America, the biggest hurdle is, and if you're not from America watching this, it's all the international people calling and trying to get all these dollars with their merchant accounts or this in the call center. I know, guys, you guys are watching and you guys are making a living doing this, but for us, it's extremely annoying, guys. Somebody hassling you 24/7 for some BS that you don't want, you don't need. Okay, and if you say please don't bother me, or this, that, whatever, people get offended. Well, America's racist, this, that. No, guys, you are making it work. So next thing is going to be, since it's all packaged, it's ready to go. So you can see it's all bubble wrap right here, and it's black cellophane, so nobody knows what it is. Well, people know it's some type of. People would think it's some type of picture, I would say. Well, let's go right now, and we'll go to the back as well. Show you guys some installs too, which is very reasonable. So let's go right now, show you installs, then we're going to print a label. So what are we doing today? So pretty much on Caddy, we are changing the screen on the Caddy. You know, these POS caddies come with broken ass screens. Screen's already out right here on the Cadillac. Alright, guys are working. I'm gonna go back. All the equipment, we gotta move back into the shop, so I didn't want to bother anybody. Everybody's working. It's okay. So I know for you guys, it's great where I come in and show you guys what's going on in the back in the shop. But the funny thing is, the guys who are actually working in the shop get very, very annoyed. Nobody wants to take their picture taken or be on video while they're at work. They did not sign up for this, and that's the truth. You know, I'm here trying to drum up business, going online live. You know, but funny thing is, all the people who work didn't sign up for this. Like, trust me, when when other people pretty much go live and I'm on the computer and I'm sitting and I'm like, hey, da 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 blah blah blah. They go like, oh, they come out of nowhere and be like, hey, say hi to the camera, this, that, whatever. Yeah, you know, I kind of feel anxious because, again, nobody wants to be filmed. They did not show, and but the problem is that with online sales these days, in-store sales, you have to be on a roll before like you have to show stuff on live or on camera to make some sales. Customers just don't show up into the store anymore. Like, we've been open for an hour. I don't think so you've seen a customer walk in, and any customer these days who walks in pretty much drops their car off. Oh, cool. You replaced the screen on your Escalade. Okay, so if you have like a 7 to... No. Okay, so not 13. So if you have a 14 to 24 Escalade, or you have a CTS like the one we're working, the glass on the front stops working, like the touchscreen. So that's what we're replacing right now. Customer brought it from Amazon, usually like the $40 version. I like to do the $150 version because it runs better. But we're just doing the labor. So you just gotta open up the entire thing. That's all. Rip it apart. And if you want to see it, I have a video right here, guys. Yes, Jason, seems to be a very common problem. Literally, every one of these fucking Cadillacs has the same problem. And a couple of the Impala and the Malibus as well. The problem is that those cars are not that often. Oh, you had a few screws left. Well, you know, that's a common problem if you don't install every day. The thing is that whenever you're at a shop, and it's just repetition, okay? So if you worked on a vehicle, let's say, 20 times, at that point, you know, even if you miss screws, you know where they go. You know, even if you're not paying attention when you're taking the screws off, you know where they go. Like, let's say if 14 to 18 Chevy Silverado GM Sierra comes in, and my guy is doing a remote start alarm. At this point, All I gotta do is program the module, put the software in the module and give him the alarm. He doesn't need to look at any wire schematics, nothing. He'll just literally build the harness outside, um, with the tester tape, without even looking at anything, because an alarm comes with like 24 wires. You only use about 6 or 7 wires that connect to the car. The rest is done by the module, all the software, um, and then you connect the alarm. So he connects the module, everything. He'll do it outside, leave the 6 wires, cut everything else, and then whenever he's installing, it's like literally bam, 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 6 wires, he's done. If he's going fast, he's in the mood, maybe 25 minutes total to install an alarm. If he's regular, talking, chit-chatting, taking it easy, maybe 45 minutes. If he's super tired, and there are days when this thing is slow, it doesn't work that great. And that happens with all professions, especially with ours, because when you're installing as a customer's car, you have to be fast at a certain pace, but at the same time extremely gentle with your hands so you don't break anything. Okay. Mechanics have less of an issue because they work under the hood. We work inside the trim that you see every day, so we have to be very gentle, but I have to be at a fast pace, so we're not wasting time. So when your brain is tired, sometimes it's very hard. You actually do slow down. So if he's tired, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, but that happens. Jason, they have gotten easier, but they have gotten harder at the same time. So, like beforehand, where you had to actually look for all the wires, color code them, put resistors on, that stuff doesn't happen anymore because now we actually have wire schematics. If a new car comes in, you don't even have to do anything. I'll just print out a paper and it'll literally show where all the wires are, which wires which, okay? Like your power accessory, ignition, all that is right there. Well, all the extra wires you need, it's super easy. But at the same time, programming is the harder part. So actually, you will have to read about 6 pages of material and read it good. Like I was saying, if you're mentally tired, pretty much back in the day, if you're mentally tired, you could still do an alarm. It might take some extra time, but now if you're mentally tired, it's almost impossible. So you have to be mentally, it's not, the physical part isn't that much as before, because before there was you had to connect a lot of wires, a lot of resistors, and physically underneath the car, scoot over was very harder. Now that part is easier, but the mental part is a lot more. And especially with these new vehicles, one wrong move and you can blow the BCM, and that's like thousands of dollars, okay? Since everything is happening through modules and softwares, and to get that build the harness right, that's the freaking key. Okay, that's the freaking key. I'm drinking my morning tea. Got my label going. Okay, so this amp rack is going to Florida. Okay, and again, so whenever you ship something, if you have an online business, this fragile label, I'm just going to call it fragile. Okay, go with me. Fragile. This fragile label is going to be your safety net, because if you don't have that, trust me, these UPS people will tear your shit apart. And second thing is, if you want your package not to be stolen, right, you have to pay for signature confirmation. Yes, it costs $6 extra for me every time, but I have a rule. Any orders over $100, I do signature confirmation. You know why? Because customers lie. They get the product and they go like, "Oh, I never got the product." The other thing is, sometimes actually UPS people don't deliver the product. That happens too. That's happened to me too. Okay, if they see something is good, they want to keep it for themselves, or it gets lost in the mail or whatever, that happens too. But if there's signature confirmation, God forbid, if anything does not get delivered. Okay, because if you have signature confirmation, every hand it touches, they have to click and make sure that the other person got it. So there you guys go. Package is complete. That's the one you guys saw. It's right here. That's how you ship a product. I'm gonna put one fragile label in the back as well, so nobody's throwing this thing left and right. They know it's fragile. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a lifesaver if you're shipping stuff. If you're new in this business, you want to be. Label is in the front. It's clear, so it can be scanned. Another fragile in the front. It's all bubble wrapped. It's and black shrink wrap on top, not shrimp wrap like I said before. And there you go. Super easy. You know, $135 sale happened an hour ago. Nobody walked in, and bam, it's done, guys. I'm gonna leave it right there with all my other hundreds of items that I packaged yesterday. Yes, I worked till midnight yesterday to got my stuff done. You know what? But I'm happy I got my stuff done. So 4 things you're gonna need if you're packaging. Fragile labels, okay? Yes, I'm calling it fragile, it's fragile. Tape, to tape everything. Box cutter, to make it super easy. And well, you can use it to cut your label, but I like scissors. Okay, yes, I could invest in a fancy printer that prints out sticky labels, but don't like to do that. The reason why I do paper labels with tape on top is because it actually, whenever I print out the item, it actually states all the information, what it is on the side. So whenever I print it out and I stick the label, I can double check what it is before I stick the label on. You saw I didn't do that right now, but when I was printing it, I actually saw it. That's why I don't have the other thermal printer, because you know how many times the things happen where one product goes to another customer and the other, and it's a clusterfuck. Nobody wants to send it back. But there you guys go. UPS and FedEx seem like scam with fuel. Yeah. Okay, so if I showed you pictures, so this happened last week. I shipped out a subwoofer to a customer. A customer calls me back stating that you know, the sub is popping out, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Because sub was in a box, which was another box. That's how subwoofers comes in, and then I put it in another box. So literally, wherever it was, they tore 4 pieces of cardboard box this thick on the bottom, and then whenever customer got the product, it was you could actually see the bottom of the sub. But good thing is the sub was fine. Customer's happy, so easy peasy lemon squeezy. Everybody was happy. All right, I'm gonna put everything back on my station, and then I'm gonna go back to emailing. So invest in tools which are super easy, Harbor Freight or anywhere. And the other thing is, all my work pretty much gets done at the computer, which is right here, MacBook. And I like to use iPhones with it, even though my personal phone is an Android phone. I'm a diehard Samsung guy, never would switch. One of the reasons is pretty much I'm a note guy. I write notes all day, every day. Otherwise, I forget everything, and I don't like to type notes because I don't know, man. I hate the autocorrect. I can write it. That's better. That's the only reason why I have it. The other reason I have is the copy paste feature in the phone on Android. iPhone does not have that. And whenever I'm doing all these Facebook messages, so pretty much what happens is, if you guys send me any message on any platform, if I'm replying to you, that's happening on this Android phone because I have copy paste features. I have about 20 stuff that's written down in my all my copy paste stuff, where what I do is, if you send me, it's a generic copy paste message. If I need to do some changing, I'll do that for, but mostly because 95% of the questions are the same questions that happen all day every day. Address, I have blah, and somebody would be like, I need a subwoofer. The generic, somebody's gonna message you and it's gonna be like, I'm sitting in their head. That's how people are. I need a subwoofer. Okay, or my system stopped working. That you will get that message. am I psychic? How am I supposed to know how to help you? Okay. And the other thing is, this is a free message. You ain't paying me for this. Okay. Now to get maybe to get a potential sale out of you. You might be wasting my time, which is 99% of the time, but to maybe get a potential sale out of you, because I'm not doing for off the goodness of my heart. Obviously, I'm running a business, and that's why I'm doing it. I have to ask you make, model, and year, cab size if it's a truck. That's another a generic message. So I find out what vehicle you have to get the information out of you. Then the next question is going to be, that's also going to be a copy paste. What system do you have? Explain. If it's a 4-channel AM door speakers, if subwoofers, what are we talking about? And if a customer replies back, then try to go from there. That's the whole thing. I'm not in your head. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Either if you call me and people go this, people call me. I'm like, hey, EastCarAudio, how can I help you? My system cut off. Okay. How do I fix it? I don't know. I don't know what vehicle do you have. I don't know what system do you have. Can you be more specific? But if you, and where it gets exciting and it's actually easier for me to talk, and where I'm actually happier talking to the customer, is when they call, be like, hey man, I have um, Ford F-150 Crew Cab 2020 stock stereo, 8-inch touchscreen, and I put a system 2.8 with sundown subs, E-series with sundown amplifier. And they go like, what sundown amplifier is it? They go like, oh, it's a SA1000. Okay, no problem. What type of wire? And I was jamming the other day and it stopped working. No problem. Now I have all the information. Now I can make a judgment. It could be the fuse, it could be the ground, it could this, that, whatever. If I can't fix it over the phone, help the customer where they can go do their troubleshoot over the phone. I tell them, hey, come to the store. At least I know what's going on. I can go on my computer, type in all the info. So if I'm not here and the other salesperson's here, somebody comes in, well, guess what? Uh, the if I'm not here and Chris is here, Chris can get the customer's phone number. His info is going to pop up on my computer. Then he can see all the notes. Oh, okay, no problem. Give me the keys. Let me take the car to the back. Bam, bam. Car gets out. Okay, where the customer comes in, he has to re-explain everything, and then the customer is frustrated. I'm frustrated, and then if I quoted him, let's say, I'll do a free diagnostic, right? No problem, because I think it's easy. I mean, if it's a fuse, we're gonna charge $15 for a fuse. He doesn't need to pay $60 for a diagnostic. I'm like, yeah, come in, I got you. So I'll take the car to the back. What's up, 850 base head? How you doing? Okay, and if it turns out to be a fuse, we just charge the customer $15, and he's on his way. That's all. And that's what I told the customer. And if the customer comes in, I'm not here, there's no notes, and Chris is go like, well, I don't know, I didn't talk to you. Well, it's gonna be $60 for a diagnostic, and then we're gonna go from there. Now the customer's frustrated. I told him free diagnostic over the phone. Customer came in, and now we're charging him $60. You see where this thing going, and everything is, the customer is going to be like, oh, well, that's bad business, which is the favorite line of customers in Houston. And that does happen. It's all miscommunication. Yeah, 850 base head is saying I do the same thing at my shop. Simple fix is supposed to be simple. Okay, there you go. You never want to overcharge the customer. You want to leave. You want to have everybody leaving happy. Obviously, that would never happen. In the real world, that never happens. People always have something going on. The way you make money is not by whenever a customer comes in, you get them like a shark, like a pariah, and then try to extract as much money out of them as possible. That's also what you do in real life, just like a car salesman does. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, you want to leave the customer happy. Forget about the Google reviews. If they're happy, word of mouth is still the biggest thing, even with the internet. So the customer comes back, 2 years later. They go tell their friends. How in this business, I've had so many people, when they first came in, they came with their parents or their brothers and sisters, and they were like 13, 14, and now they're in their 20s and they're bringing in their vehicles. That happens all the time. Yes, like 850 base set is saying upsale. Upsale is no problem. Go for the upsale every time. Okay, um, you're running a business. You're supposed to do an upsale, but at the same time, which a lot of people do is uh, something that's worth $100. Okay, don't change the price to 200 and sell it to the customer for the same price. Sure, no problem. What upsale means is if the customer is ready to spend $50, you show them something better, which is about 75 or $100, and this is hypothetical. Obviously, that's not real money, and they like it and they can afford it, just like buying a house, and they go for it. Yeah, sure. We work on a percentage. We don't work on, you know, let's say I have a $5 item and I'm making $25 out of it, so I'm gonna sell this. Versus if it's $70 item and I'm making $20 out of it, so I'm gonna sell the $50 because I'm making more money. That does happen, but mostly we work on a percentage. So if it's a cheaper item, we're making less percentage. Overall profit, because percentage is the same profit margin. On a more expensive item, you end up making more money. So if you show that, and the customer buys it, no problem. Just like buying a house, you think that you're gonna buy a house for 300, but when you actually end up buying a house, you end up buying it for 350 or 375, because it's a bit better, roomier. Same thing. When you're buying subwoofers, you don't want to come back in a week and be like, hey man, I need to upgrade. Guess what? All the stuff you bought, it's not returnable. It's used. So buy the good stuff in the first place. All right, I got a customer, so I'm gonna put you guys on the side while I talk to the customers. If you want to see how real world happens, that's where you go. What's up? How you doing?
All right. That's some 8-gauge speaker wire.
8-gauge speaker wire. I have 10-gauge speaker wire, 100% copper. Don't have 8-gauge. I have 8-gauge itself that you can use as speaker wire. That's what we use.
You use what?
The regular 8-gauge wire.
Yeah.
If you want speaker wire, 10 gauge is the smallest it comes.
Well then, how much? I think about 10. I bought a new box, so I'm running it from the amp to the box, and then it's a stainless steel bolts in through the box. So I'm using ring terminals, and I just need 8 gauge.
Okay, you want to use regular 8 gauge?
Yeah.
Or you want to do okay, you want to do regular 8 gauge, or you want to do 10 gauge 100% copper?
What's the difference in
Well, speaker wire, it comes in power and ground and it's together.
Yeah.
8 gauge is just going to be like 8 gauge wire. You're going to need, nothing is FedEx today. Thank you, sir. Last name is Sheikh. Okay. Let me bring out my 10 gauge rule. You can take a look at it. If not, then I'll. This 10 gauge is even 10 gauge is good. 8 gauge, 100% copper right here. And then I think I might 12 gauge, 100% copper right here.
So I got 12 gauge and I doubled it up and just doubled it to make. I used two strands to make 8. You know what I mean? 12 gauge wire is almost equal to about 8.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to eliminate all the fucking ring terminals. You know what I mean? So I doubled it up, so that means that's 4 ring terminals here, and that means 4 ring terminals inside the box. So I'm just trying to make it where it'd be 2 ring terminals, you know what I mean, coming from the amp to the box.
Okay, so then do you box has ring terminals or does it have ring terminals at all?
No, it's a true spectrum box.
Okay, there's no ring terminals.
No, I mean I drilled hole and I put stainless bolts in it.
Okay, so get the 8 gauge and run it straight to the amp.
Yeah, that's where I was getting at, just to eliminate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because.
So I don't know why you asked for speaker right now. Okay, then it's straight 8 gauge. So the next question is going to be 100% copper or CCA.
Trying to eliminate that.
Okay, and how many feet do you need? Because it comes like this.
Yeah.
So one is going to be for power, one is going to be for ground.
Yeah.
How many feet do you need? And I'm going to give you a test of tape.
Depending, let's see, from.
You can get a test of tape as well, so you can mark the ground.
Okay. So underneath the driver's seat to the box in the back seat, give or take, it's like maybe.
The driver's seat?
Yeah, my amp is.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm running this just for speaker wire.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I thought you were saying the box and everything.
Like,
Huh?
No,
Yeah,
no.
Exactly. That's why I was like, I need to see what you're talking about. Okay, got it. What do you think? 6 feet? From the box to the amp?
Oh, but then that little strand from inside the box, you know, we have 2 strands from inside the box. So yeah, that's maybe
8 feet and 8 feet. 8 feet
And
for power and 8 feet for ground.
How much?
This should. $3. How many feet are you looking for?
I mean, both.
And I'll look up the box. 2.5 12 feet. $30. Give me good.
Another question. No.
Do you want this or no? It's gonna be $7. Pretty much it's just to put the ground on. So you know. Do you have like okay? You don't have maybe do that. It just looks fancier.
But my question was, how much is going to rerun the power for my horse? Just for the 0 gauge. I have what? I have 0 gauge.
I thought we ran 0 gauge for you.
You did. We did.
Okay. And it's 100% copper, right?
No. That's what. Well, what the other dude told me. Whenever I thought it was 100% copper too, but it is.
And you 100%?
No.
Okay. Most likely we just don't have solder terminals. I know your battery does, but
Yes.
if you want me to solder everything, that's a problem. How's everything going?
Slow, but it's going. Works is work. You know what I mean? But the
Don't
box.
you work for the government?
Yeah.
How is it slow?
They don't pay me enough for fucking stuff. They don't pay me enough. I always have work.
Okay.
no living in that. I'm paycheck to paycheck, and then I got hobbies.
Let me tell you something.
Everything's
Okay.
expensive.
Let me tell you something. If you got paid 25 an hour, you got paid 15 an hour, you got paid 75 an hour. You still do paycheck to paycheck. No, no, that's human nature. You know, grass is always greener on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same concept. Yeah. So you're gonna be. Let's do some extra for you right here. So don't. But everything is expensive.
Yes.
Do you own your own house?
No. I needed to. Next year is when I'm gonna try to buy a house.
Next year?
Yeah. But and that's gonna be like something really cheap, like 180 cap. And so like I'm not gonna be buying a great house, but
Doesn't matter. That means absolutely nothing. My first house was $85,000 that I bought in foreclosure. Sold it for $320. 5 years later.
yeah.
Okay? That means something. You can just move your equity over. Doesn't matter. You get approved for $100 grand, buy that house right now. 5 years is going to be worth about 180 grand. You can pretty much do a contract where you sell the house for 180 and then move all the equity over into a house that's 280. Okay? A bigger house, and literally your mortgage would stay exactly the same. And then on top of that, you literally lived in the house rent free for like 5 years for all that equity.
Yeah, I mean, I live in a 15, like it's two bedroom, one bath for 1,500. All those paid.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad.
So that's why, like, you know what I mean, it's kind of hard to jump out of it, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to be paying $1,500 in my mortgage, then on top of the bills and everything, give or take.
Yeah.
So,
Especially with kids.
yeah, I have a
Kids
3-year-old.
aren't cheap. I love my son, but you know,
I have a 3-year-old, so it's like,
I have a
hey, how much you charge me for, like, I have 3 ring terminal, 8 gauge? How much for, like, 2 more?
regular ones.
Just 8 gauge ring terminals, like 5/16. That's what bolts I got. It's 5/16 bolts, stainless bolts.
I'm gonna give you two options. Since that's 100% copper, this 4 gauge works great on there too. Or you want the actual 8 gauge.
This is an 8 gauge.
That's 8 gauge. That's 4 gauge. But since it's 100% copper, that can fit fairly well. Like on CCA wire, like you cannot fit this, but 100% copper you can. Your choice. Which one do you want?
How much is it?
Free.
Okay.
Both of them are free. Okay. You pick whichever one you like. I'm giving you your option. Okay. No problem.
See, because I have 2, but they're definitely not this thick.
Yeah, I'm just giving you the.
I know.
Okay. Well, once you crimp it on, it doesn't matter. But this, you see, this wire is literally all. There's not a lot of rubber coating on it. It's all copper. So like whenever we do CCA, like 4 gauge, that's how much wire it has, and this 8 gauge has this much. So, yeah. That's why if we're not soldering it, we always use these ones.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna solder, but I'll crimp this shit.
You want the soldered terminals?
No, because
If you want soldered, then it's going to be these ones right here. These ones I just have to charge.
they're not chemical. And then I use some heat shrink on them. So yeah, just
I'll do $5 for you.
and all I do is just heat the fucking solder up. I ain't gotta put flux or nothing in it. Just heat the solder up, drip it in there, right?
Yeah, pretty much what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some pliers,
Yeah.
hold it like. Okay,
Not
so think
scissors.
my hands are pliers. You just
Yes.
hold it pliers like this. Heat it up with a heat gun. Take your solder, put it in. Once it's all liquid, which if it's solid, then it'll be like second. All you gotta do is just,
Stick it there.
yep, that's it.
You ain't gotta put nothing else in it.
No.
No more extra
No,
solder.
no. Put it in like this, and the solder would come out on the sides. And then if you have some cold water, put it in cold water, like right now. But pull down bam. Immediate connection. Super easy. This is actually easier than that. But I personally like to do this better. It's pricier.
Yes.
Solder is not cheap.
I have solder. And I mean, I'm
This
just
is
using
actually easier.
Yeah, I'm just using a torch, but I mean.
Yeah. That's what I have to do.
Yeah,
Well, I said I heat gun, but
But
it's
I'm
actually
just using a torch. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like $35 total.
That's it.
These ones? No, these ones or those ones?
Both of them.
Oh, you're taking all four?
Yeah, because look, these will be for in the box, and these will be for outside the box.
Okay, no problem.
If that's not an issue. Sorry to be a pain. And then now I'm on TikTok.
Are you on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I see it every so often.
Oh, thank you. I'm on YouTube live right now.
Oh, okay. I'm going to YouTube like that.
No, TikTok actually goes nuts. If you're not streaming and you're not talking to people and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like my TikTok shop was down for like 3 months. Like I couldn't sell shit on TikTok. I was like, so. Because, like, if somebody asks you a question, hey, do you have that box? And you go like, yeah, I have it right here. Then, their AI shit is watching you all the time, like super hard.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, well, it was a question that it's not in your TikTok shop. You talked about an item. I don't know how the fuck they find out. And bang, right away. They'll put like 8 points on there and,
Just giving an estimate, because that's about where the box is at. Yeah.
it's about 14 feet that I cut for you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one, man. All right.
Sorry.
All right, guys. I'm going to hang up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me